Hey, Peacemakers, it's the Soul Koach coming at you with another episode, so sit back and let's find your peace of mind. Hey, Peacemakers, today's episode of Beyond the Uniform is not just with one person, it is with two people. Yes, double whammy. Okay, so this episode is Beyond the Uniform with Kalia and Kris Reid, and I'm just going to let the episode speak for itself. They're a young black couple who I adore the most, and I just want them to share their journey in the military and as now civilians with you. So check this out.
We're Reid,
and you're listening to
Peace of Mind with the Soul Koach.
Is Kalia Reid, and who is Kris Reid?
Well, Kalia Reid, me, is a small-town girl from Montgomery, Alabama. Originally, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I moved to Alabama when I was about 3 or 4. Most people would probably describe me as quiet, shy, depending on what side of me they know, because I am a Gemini.
And so I would describe myself just as husband first, of course, love my wife, photographer, creator. Of course, I'm from Atlanta. I wasn't born here, but this is where I reside. This is what I call home. And that pretty much sums it up for us, I think. I don't know how someone would describe me. I would probably say, I don't know. You've known me for a minute. How would you describe me?
You goofy as hell. You a clown. And you say you wasn't born in Atlanta. I hope you're not like 21 Savage, because after I drop this episode, they better not come looking for you.
I hope not. No, I'm from in Georgia, but yeah, no, we're not going away like that.
Okay, I'm just making sure you ain't got no expired visa out here.
Just so.
All right, so y'all are from two different places. How did you guys meet?
Cool. No, I'm just fine. We met in AIT, which is the training after basic training, if that makes sense for the listeners. And we pretty much hung out with a group of people. You know how you go out every weekend with friends and whatnot, and she was always in that group, and just hit off from there.
Okay, so if she's quiet and you're outgoing, how did y'all? It was just like, oh, mutual friends. It's like, oh, she likes you, he likes you, type stuff.
Well, in this group of friends, they knew my goofy side, so I wasn't really quiet and shy around them. So, yeah, we were all just a bunch of clowns.
And we actually, we started talking through Instagram, because I was super shy to approach her. Even though we hung out together, I was really shy to approach her. So I did it through To Be Honest on Instagram.
Oh,
and
no.
Then, I was just acting super shy, and I was like, to be honest, what did I said?
I'd rather not say.
Yeah, some corny, you know me. So, yeah, and then she ended up getting it out of me, and then it just went from there.
Okay. So what were you guys' specific jobs in the Army?
Both of our jobs was 25 uniforms, so that is Signal Support Systems Specialist. And to break that down, it's basically like radio programming, setting up satellites,
Fix some computers,
yeah,
things of that sort, just anything in the IT field.
Okay. So you both joined like straight out of high school, I'm guessing, in the Army. So how do you feel like, how do you feel that the Army prepared you for the real world as far as finding a job, now that you guys are out of the Army, for a job and other civilian tasks?
So to go off that, I took an economics class in high school, and it taught me nothing about like financial stability, things of that sort. So being in the military, and also being a husband, it taught me financial responsibility, like actually having bills, rent to pay, car notes to pay. And also, I didn't know how to file taxes. I still use TurboTax to this day, but I didn't know anything about filing taxes before the military. So a lot of things I learned, and I'm grateful for because of the military and just because of the situation I was in. I also didn't know about credit until I got into the military. So thank God for having great credit right now, but I had no idea about it before.
So basically, it's like with us being out there in the world on our own, we were just kind of forced to learn all the adult things,
Right.
learn how to do things the right way, you know.
Okay. So with you guys being so young, well, not so young, well, young in general, did you both know that, how did you both know that you were in love and wanted to spend the rest of your life with each other? Because marriage is a big commitment, and like, you know, everybody's like, oh, be selfish in your 20s, all those memes going around. And no, don't settle for this and this and this. So how did you guys, like, look past all the Instagram and memes and people and all that stuff?
So, although we greatly love each other now, we got married at 19, on Kris's 19th birthday, actually.
Yes, sir.
And so I would say about 6 months after dating, we were coming up on time to start receiving new orders from the military for our next duty station. And, of course, if any of the listeners are in the military, they know that you can pretty much get stationed anywhere. And we were so deeply connected at the time that we didn't want to separate.
This was also in Korea, by the way.
Yeah, in South Korea. And so, yeah, we didn't want to separate. We wanted to, you know, keep our relationship going, keep it strong. So we decided the best thing for us to do at the time was to get married.
And so the marriage pretty much for both of us, it was more so because we had such a strong connection leading AIT, and it grew so much stronger in Korea. We didn't want it to be cut short because of military obligations. So we took a dice roll at the age of 19 and basically said, hey, let's see if we we can actually do this thing here. And it turned out to be the best decision of my life here. And I'm truly extremely grateful that because we both were scared to ask. It was more so, have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to tell someone you loved them, but you didn't want to be the first person to ask because you thought that you were going to look a certain way?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so we both had the feeling, but we didn't know how to ask another 19-year-old how to marry each other. So we ended up coming to a mutual agreement, and it worked out for the best.
Okay, so, like, in the midst of all this, did you guys, like, confide in anybody? Like, okay, I really love him, I really love her. And did they, like, shoot you down and say, okay, well, you're too young to get married. Like, you should wait. You're not mature enough. You have your whole life ahead of you. You know those cliche things that people throw at you.
Right.
Because they don't want to – they're afraid of what might happen in a positive or negative way.
Right. So – with me, I don't listen to other people's fears just because they fear that, and that's their decision to fear it. I was pretty much set on it. That's how I am with everything. I was set on us doing this because it was going so well. We wanted to continue it. It was almost like cutting off a good movie before it ended. So I was like, yeah, no, we're gonna finish this movie here. And I confided, I know, in a battle buddy, a mutual battle buddy that we both had. A battle buddy, for the listeners, is just a comrade in arms. And so I told him, we were talking, and he asked how things were going because he was stationed in Seattle, and me and Kalia were both in Korea. And then I remember I saved the snap actually, and I was telling them, I was like, I'm gonna marry this girl, bro. And that was the only person that I told. I actually didn't tell my mom until like 6 months after, just because I was so embarrassed of the, like you said, the what's the word I'm looking for? Just how people view everything when you're young. They feel like you should be 50 years old when you're ready to have children or get married. And so I just didn't want to hear anything negative, because everything I was receiving was positive on the love side.
Okay, so what about you, Kalia?
So, no one. I didn't tell anyone that we were thinking about getting married or that we got married until about 6 months later, because I already expected the judgment, and
Right.
to me, the judgment wouldn't have been valid because at the time we hadn't had the chance to meet each other's families. So to have my family tell me I shouldn't do this or that with the person I love that they don't know yet, it just wouldn't have been fair to me, honestly. So I just wanted to avoid all that, give them the chance to meet him and know him before being like, okay, so yeah, we're married.
And then break it to him and be like, yeah, we're married. Like, oh, y'all like my boyfriend. Turns out he's my husband.
Oh, yeah, your boyfriend, your girlfriend.
Right.
That's my wife. That's my husband. Well, what did I miss?
Right. Everybody was asking, like, where was the ceremony and things like that. We were just like, man, it wasn't even like that. It was more so just a me and Kalia thing. We understand what we have, and we're completely fine with the way it happened, and we just tuned out the outside noises, honestly.
That's good, because I feel like a lot of relationships will work out that way, and the love would really be expressed in a more positive way if people did not listen to other people.
Right.
When it comes to certain things. So with that being said, what does love mean to both of you guys?
So to me, I feel like love is when you fully know someone, you know their good side, their bad side, their flaws, their ups, their downs, and you still choose to accept them for them, and you choose to care for them regardless.
And I'll just piggyback off that. Same for me, but the way I feel for my wife, I've never felt for another significant other of mine before, and it tells a complete difference for me. It's like it defines it for me. Like, if anybody is to ask me what love is, I would just say, hey, look at my marriage, because to me I don't know. Every time we walk around, people, you can never see us mad together, even if we are mad together, because we love each other so much. If you understand what I'm saying, we glow of love, pretty much.
That's really true, because the whole time, like, I've known you, and when I found out that you were married and stuff like that,
mm-hmm.
and just like me being the creeper that I am, followed her.
No,
like, okay, let me see who battle over here messing with. and I was like, y'all genuinely act like best friends. Y'all both act the same, and so it's so crazy. Like, I've never seen you guys mad at each other on social media or no nothing, no subliminal messages like it should be, and it's just like, wow, like I ain't trying to say y'all a perfect example, because there's no perfect example of love, but y'all love is like,
rare.
You can tell it's genuine.
Right.
Yeah, it's really genuine. So like, it's crazy that other people can see it, and it's like y'all just be on cloud nine, just out here minding y'all own business, drinking y'all water, brushing y'all braces.
Right.
All right, so how did you guys, how did you guys find common ground within your marriage to build for a lifetime? So, like, hobbies, experiences, books, counseling, quotes that you live by, religion, etc.
So my favorite quote that I live by is happy wife, happy life. Just because as long as she's happy, I know I can do whatever I want. And that just goes to, like, me being able to run downstairs and play the game or something like that without her worrying about me. So as long as Kalia is happy, life is great for me. If she has some food in front of her, she's amazingly fine. She's happy. As far as experiences, we had a lot of bump-ins young because we really didn't know how to communicate. We're both natural introverts. So whenever we have issues, speaking for myself here, whenever I had issues, I just didn't know how to talk about it. But so, like, she would say, "What's wrong with you?" And I'd be like, "Nothing, it's nothing." And so we just had to get over that hump, and then we just start seeing crazy results and everything. It basically just started at the communication, setting that as a foundation, that and trust. But we got both of those things down, and ever since then, it's been easy to just bring up the issue because being so young, I didn't know how to be a husband. I knew I loved her, but I didn't know how to be her significant other. And to do that, you just have to know what someone else wants from their significant other. So be it in past relationships, you set a behavior for yourself. If you've been in certain relationships, they all end the same. You know how people point to themselves as the issue. Or, wait, it would be the other way around. They'd be like, I don't know why this is that, or all black men, this is that. And you just have to see that you have to, if you want to make something work with somebody, you have to, you guys both have to sign an agreement with each other, and you both have to have rules.
Yeah, it's like when you enter a relationship with somebody and you eventually marry, you have to understand that, you're not marrying yourself. This person doesn't think like you. They were raised differently. They handle things differently. And you just have to be willing to listen and to talk to them and communicate. That way you both have an understanding of each other instead of, trying to change that person.
Right.
You have to you love them for who they are and just help them become a better version of themselves.
Boom.
Y'all act like twins. Like how twins be finishing sentences and all that. That's how y'all act. It's so funny. Like, oh my God, y'all are hilarious. Okay, so how do you guys keep each other motivated throughout life? So, say if Kalia wants to go be a skydiving instructor and Kris wants to become I don't know. If he want to build cars, how do you guys keep each other motivated when y'all have different goals?
So we're both pretty ambitious people. Like, if we take an interest in something, we're going to keep thinking about it, keep wanting to learn new things about it. And since we're both like that, it's kind of easy for us to be like, well, I think you should try this with that. I think you should do this. I think you should do that. Just kind of give each other that push to just do whatever we feel like we can do.
Right.
We don't put limitations on each other.
At all. And I was just talking to her about this the other day. I was saying a lot of people just need a push. And I'll just speak on what we spoke about the other day. Someone approached Kalia at her job for a promotion, but Kalia was saying that she wasn't sure if she wanted to so quickly into getting the job. Like, she was getting promoted fairly quickly, which is great on her part. But she was saying she just wanted to take her time with it. And at the time, I was like, oh, yeah, babe, take your time. But then I came back a week later, and I was like, hey, what I said last week, I actually want to take back, because I never want to limit you. I never want to make it seem like I'm helping you be comfortable when I could encourage you to be great, if that makes sense. And so we do that a lot. Whenever Kalia sees me struggle with something, she'll piggyback and let me know, hey, keep doing it, because you know how to do it. You're just getting frustrated in the process, and just get straight through it.
Okay. So, with that being said, this is the question that I messed up on for both of our parts. But what would you tell a young couple who basically, if you were looking back at the 19-year-old Kris and Kalia, and you had to tell them something like right when you guys got married, what advice would you give them? Like, don't say anything on the negative aspect, because, you know, a lot of people throw the negatives out there, and like you said, they hinder people from going after what they actually want, and that might be somebody that they love or whatever. So
right.
What are some positive things about being young and married at 21 and 22 and all this kind of stuff? What would you guys tell them?
I would say that, you know, if I'm looking back on the younger Kris and Kalia, I would just say be more open with each other, communicate more, because communication can cause pretty much any issue.
Hold it. Well, build, and I'll piggyback off that. Building up. So, say for instance, this happened with us before. When you don't bring up something for so long and it stacks up, there was a meme going around where it showed the car and it had all the engine lights and all the things on, and it was like, this is what women bring, like when they bring an argument. And I would just say, if your oil light turns on, go ahead and bring up the oil, and don't wait until the car is broken. And at that point, because at that point you just want to get rid of the car, when instead you could have fixed the oil and you could have kept the car moving on forever. And so we ran into things like that, but like I said, that communication, I would push communication super for situation here. I'll push communication. Also, I would just say listen to your partner, because I had a hard time doing it. I remember me and Kalia were reading back old messages before, and I was like, yo, what was I talking about? Like, why wasn't I hearing you out? And it was just a more mature me looking at an immature me. And I would just say, step out of your shoes in an argument or a disagreement, and just hear your other significant other out. And you may actually see what they're saying if you're not stuck on defending your point.
Okay. So what are some things that you would say are one thing that you would say is the greatest thing about being married while you're young?
I would say I've seen Kalia go through a lot of changes in life, and I love it. When I first met her, she had relaxed hair. Okay. She had to check me on my beautician scores, and so, you know, I'm not too savvy in that department. But she had relaxed hair. When we went to Korea, she did the big chop, and she went full natural, and now she has dreads. And it's little things like that. Like, she has braces now. It's beautiful seeing her grow, and I love seeing the process. And also, we pretty much progress together. So we moved up in the military together at the same rate, and we both got out together. We're both doing well in our careers outside of the military, and we're both going to start school. It's like we're pretty much just sucking along each other. It's like I have a partner. Like,
tag team for life.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, the Avengers.
Okay, Kalia, what is the greatest thing about being married young?
I would say having someone to grow with, because we both were very immature when we first got married. We didn't know much about life and having substance, and just being able to learn new things and experience the good and bad in life with someone on your side, someone in your corner
that you can lean on.
Yeah, it's a good feeling than having to go through certain things alone.
Okay, and I see that both of you guys like, with just like I said earlier, with seeing you guys, since we don't live like close to each other and communicate, and like we didn't communicate as much as we did like we do now, but just seeing the evolution of like you guys' relationship and everything, like the growth is like, that's the greatest thing about being on the outside, just seeing y'all grow together and like y'all being happy, like I said. So I guess that is one of the greatest things.
Thank you. We try. I was going to say I try. We try.
Well, y'all doing good. So, again, congratulations on being homeowners now.
Thank you.
Gang.
A lot of people, okay, I really hate this. When people keep calling us millennials, we're not millennials. We're Gen Z, Generation Z. It's kind of like the last of the 90s, like the last of the 90s babies. So that's where the whole Z comes from, because Z is at the end of the alphabet. Ha-ha. But so a lot of Gen Z males and females under 24 might feel intimidated on starting the process of becoming homeowners. Were you guys hesitant? And what advice would you give Gen Zs who are old enough to purchase a home?
I would say it'll depend on your situation. I am a big pusher for owning things. I don't like debt at all, or paying for something that I'll never own. And so I get why a lot of people lean towards home ownership as opposed to renting. But I would just say it'll just weigh out on the options. I wouldn't recommend a college student to do what we did here. But if anybody is in a situation like us where we really don't have any ties to any particular location, or our children don't have to be a certain place and things of that sort, I would say go ahead and do it. The checklist, because a lot of people have been asking me, all you have to have is great credit. Well, not even great credit, good credit. I'd say anything over, 600? Yeah, she gave me the nod on it. So anything over 600. And just be financially stable and ready to approach it. A lot of people don't weigh in all the things that come with the home, like lawn care, utilities. A lot of people don't know how much it costs to keep up with the home, and that just depends on the size of your home. But we weighed all of those things out, and we thought it was the best decision ahead for us, and we love this place.
Yeah, we do. And yeah, we were pretty hesitant because we were like, should we be able to do this at 22?
Yeah.
Are we moving too fast?
Everything,
are we out of our league?
So it was moving so well. When they would ask for something, I would give it to them. They wouldn't double check it. Not saying that it was wrong or anything, but they wouldn't say, yeah, no, this isn't that. It was like the smoothest transaction ever.
It felt too good to be true.
Exactly. I kept telling her, I was like, it's not going to feel real until I get the keys, because everything felt fake at first. And we were trying to keep it on the down low because it was such a big thing. We didn't want to advertise it and fail. So we just wanted to show the finished product.
So after you guys purchased and everything and, like, got the keys, like, did you try to trick her and say, oh, we didn't get it? And then she was like,
no.
Or did you just straight up tell her?
I was asking questions every step of the way because Kris handled the whole process pretty much himself, and I would just, stick my head in and be like, okay, what's going on now?
Yeah, so she was, I would say, 100 times more excited about the home than I was. I'm a really busy person, so excitement was like at the bottom of my. I was more at the handling the business, and she was. And that's how I actually wanted it. I just wanted her stress-free of the situation and knowing that she was going to get the home.
Let's take a break and hear a message from our sponsors. For the past 15 years, techmeme.com has been the latest and greatest website for all the techies to go to. Yeah, the Tech Meme Ride Home is a daily news podcast that drops every single day, 365, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's got all of the day's news headlines just around tech and context and conversations on basically what's going on all around the world in the tech industry. All you have to do is search on your podcast app for Ride Home and subscribe to the Tech Meme Ride Home podcast. Yeah, it's that easy. In the recent profile in the New Yorker, Mark Zuckerberg called Tech Meme the one news source he definitely follows. So why not listen to the podcast that anyone who is in the Silicon Valley listens to every day? Each episode is about 20 minutes, a quick debrief for your commute home. That show post. Let's get back to the show.
Let's have some fun, and we're going to get into some fun questions. I'm going to scramble them all up because the order that I gave them to y'all in, I don't want y'all to, give that answer that y'all were going to say from the beginning, so I'm going to go random. All right, so who is the best cook?
I would say Kris because he cooks more. I do not like cooking. Sometimes I do, every now and then,
Yeah, we're a pretty backwards house. The gender roles that are supposed to be assigned to each other, we kind of mix and match them. So we make things work, and that's how we like it actually. But I'm more of a person. I sucked at cooking. I was burning. I was burning fried chicken, but the inside I cooked, right? So I was like, what? I was like, I can't cook fried chicken. And Kalia could tell you, I was so demotivated, because like I said, I love her to death. So I'll be like, yeah, babe, I'm about to cook you some fried chicken. We're about to do this tonight. And I would burn the outside and undercook the inside, which was completely baffling to me. And so I made it a mission. I believe it was, 2018, one of those years. My New Year's resolution, was to learn how to cook. And I took that pretty serious. And I just did a couple more things. I don't go as crazy as I may be advertising here, but I would say I'm in the kitchen more than Kalia.
Okay. So who is the most organized?
Me.
By a long shot.
Why by a long shot?
Like I said, I'm pretty busy, so my mind is doing 1,000 things at once. So I may sit something on the dresser, and I may plan on putting that up, but I'll do something else and completely forget it, and that'll be on the dresser for about 7 years. So,
So I have this pet peeve, right? So in the bathroom, some people like to have their products and stuff on the sink.
Yeah.
I cannot stand that. So I walk in the bathroom and I look at his sink, because we got two sinks.
Wow.
I look at his sink and I'm just like, oh my God.
My first time hearing this, guys.
All his stuff on the sink. I always try to keep my sink clear.
Wow. She actually set my stuff on the sink. If anybody's watching.
She set it there for you to organize it and put it where it's supposed to go.
It looks so neat. I thought it was supposed to be there, so I was like,
this is not a display. This is not a display at Walmart. You got to think.
She crops my side of the sink out, so in the picture, just whatever.
Okay, so who is the most outgoing?
Me, 100%.
Yeah.
Kalia's, she's so shy.
I'm very shy.
She's the sweetest person if you get to know her, I promise. If you've ever approached Kalia and you thought she was mean, she is the nicest person ever. You just got to make her laugh.
I thought she was mean. I was like, she probably going to decline my follow request. She going to be like, who is this girl trying to follow me? What you want? That's the first time I'm telling her this, y'all.
She used to come to my job, and everybody used to be like, yo, your wife must hate us. I was like, nah, bro, that's just her face. Like, if she's not laughing or smiling, she's just looking mad.
As soon as you speak to me, though, I light up with joy. I'm like, hey, you know.
Exactly. Sound like you on a Miss America pageant. But be walking around here looking like the Gross Sisters. Be like, man, that's really that Gemini in you.
Yeah.
All right, so who has the best playlist on their phone, and who is always on the aux when y'all in the car together?
Kalia. I had to give it to her.
Boy, she do got the best playlist.
Look, man, she's more into music at the moment than I am. I'm not really too much into music right now. I haven't been following it, but whenever I just want to put some tunes on, I know I can rely on the wifey. I'm like, baby, just play something.
I be like, what mood you in?
Exactly.
Because I got you.
DJ Kalia, DJ K. Steve's.
For real, I feel like whenever you want to go ahead and put your DJ skills to the test, girl, you will have the club. Just a one house party, a hotel kickback, your family and everything. Lord have mercy. They gonna think y'all hired a DJ. Just tell them it's you. All right, so what? Let me see. Flip flop. Who has the best handwriting?
Me.
Yeah. I write like a 5-year-old.
Oh my God.
She said my handwriting is more consistent. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The least organized but the most consistent handwriting.
I could write 2 Ks back to back and they will look different.
What?
Oh yeah, she's slow. We forgot to say that when we in the podcast.
Hey, us females, like, I be acting slow sometimes too. Like, oh my God. I'm gonna tell y'all, I tried to curl my hair by watching a video on YouTube. I'm a visual learner, and I tried to curl my hair on one side, and when I curled it, oh my God, on the left side, it looked horrible. Did it on the right side, and I'm like, how did I do this? How?
It's like painting your nails on one hand perfect, and then the next one you just can't.
Man, oh my God, that's crazy. But what is your significant other's favorite shoe?
Kris' favorite shoe is Air Max 1.
Yes, sir.
Any colorway Air Max, he will wear it.
The bottoms fall off. Kalia's favorite shoe is Jordan 1s. I try to keep her laced in the latest and the greatest, but that's her favorite. Did I spark that interest in him?
Yeah, you did. It's his fault that I have so many sneakers.
Yeah, you know me, man.
I figured it was 1s because you always wear 1s. You look extra happy when you put some 1s on, girl.
They give her superpowers.
I'm for real. I'm going to go back through your pictures on when I see you having on 1s and pictures, and I'm like, she look extra happy.
Do it on purpose.
All right, what's your significant other's favorite food?
So Kalia is in love with potatoes. So any way you can form a potato, Kalia is gonna love it. French fries, hash browns, baked potato. You can
boil it, grill it. I don't care. I'll eat
potatoes. She's gonna eat a potato. So that's her favorite. Is a potato
a vegetable,
bro?
What the world?
So yeah, that's her favorite vegetable. Her favorite plant, whatever a potato is. Think of some fruit. No, I'm just joking.
Kris does not have a favorite food. I would say in a meal, his favorite part is the meat.
Pause.
What?
Okay, what type of meat, Kalia?
Oh my God.
Did we mention because she was slow. No, just one. I love that.
Oh.
To me. But yeah, without the context that we attach to it, I think you guys did it. I like oxtails, hot wings, any chicken, steak. I ate a steak off the ground. Like,
what's up with guys and chicken? I don't know what.
I love chicken. Man, it's amazing.
Oh,
Kalia don't even eat all the meat off her chicken wings. She's one
oh
of those.
my God, she like that mean my shit.
Yeah, she is definitely that mean. And so I will clean them bones whenever she is done with them, and it'd be a full course meal.
Oh Lord. Okay, so let's see 3 fun facts about Kalia, and then 3 fun facts about Kris, and then 3 joint fun facts about each other.
Okay. One fun fact. Fun fact number 1. I'm sorry?
I was saying 3 fun facts of something that we didn't mention throughout the whole conversation.
Okay. So, one, I would say a lot of people may not know she is super deep in makeup. Like a lot of guys may see it on Instagram and stuff, but she takes makeup super serious. And she will get off work. She will take a lunch. She will take a break. She may take time off of work, put in PTO, to go and buy some makeup.
What?
To sell out. Yes, she loves makeup, like almost as much as I love sneakers. And so that may not be something a lot of people know. I know she doesn't showcase it a lot, but it's because we haven't been settled anywhere for a minute. We've been moving around so much, but you guys may see it in the near future. The second fact is Kalia loves sleep. I point that out because she will sleep anywhere. She will oversleep everywhere. She loves sleep. Sleep. I think that's pretty known for everybody though. But late in mine too.
All right, that's cool. That's
So,
good.
Fun fact about my baby.
So, hit me with your best shot.
Despite his size, despite his height, despite his muscles, he is a Care Bear.
Man, I had these folks pulling up me in my comments.
They'll be all right. They probably won't live, but yeah. At least for me, he's a softie. Another fun fact. He loves to play the game. He'll play the game for hours on top of hours on top of hours.
I didn't go to sleep last night.
But what boy doesn't?
What's his favorite game?
2K.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Anybody could just work. FSK_Kris if y'all listening.
All right. So you can give me 2 or 3 fun facts about both of you guys that we didn't mention.
About like both of us that somebody may not know?
Yeah, so like as a couple, so it could be like something that you guys enjoy doing, somewhere you like going, something like that.
We love to take pictures. Although I don't post a lot of photos, I have a lot of photos. Kalia gets on to me about that. We take pictures a lot, like with her as the model. But sometimes I just don't get around to it. Like I said, I'm a busy person, but we do that a lot. We actually plan on doing it this weekend. Hopefully we'll get you guys some visuals out there. But we have a lot of content that I don't know why I don't release it. I don't know. Probably released it in like 10 years. Put it in the capsule.
I know, in a time capsule, because I'm still waiting on the pictures from the museum.
Right. Well, like, I don't know. It'd be like, I take a lot, and then when you have to edit it, that weighs into it, and then I'm like, what was that movie where the dude was like, squirrel? That's me. And so something else.
Oh, no, wasn't that Ice Age?
I think it was, what was that, Up? The dude that had the house with the balloons? Yeah, it was Up.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Squirrel, that's me. I got the attention span of this pen I'm holding.
We also love skating
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes, like, we'll move our cars out of the garage and just skate in the garage, play music, like,
like we done created y'all a DIY skating rink in the garage. What the world?
No, we had to.
Y'all crafty. Y'all nifty. So y'all got your own skates and everything.
Yep.
Y'all got y'all names airbrushed on the side.
Oh, no. Look.
Might need to do that.
Look, you done gave me an idea. That might be some fine pictures.
Exactly. Let me find out. See, if I see a KR skating rink pop up somewhere, then I know it's y'all. All right, so both of you share a passion for sneakers and photography. Who do you feel like is the more advanced photographer and why?
I would say Kris definitely knows more about photography. He takes it more serious than I do. But he has told me that I have a great natural eye for capturing, like, anything.
Yeah, so a lot of times, like, if we're just freelance shooting, like if we go somewhere, like a museum or something, usually I like when Kalia has a camera, just because she sees things that I don't see. I don't know. I'm more so of a portrait photographer, so I like to take headshots. I like to see people through my lens. I like to make people look good. But Kalia will take a picture of a pin and it looks like a Google image. I don't know. I don't know what she sees through a lens, but I love it. And so I think that explains it. Like, I have the editing skill, like everything, the science behind it, but she's just a natural raw talent when it comes to it.
Okay.
And the bigger sneakerhead is most definitely Christopher Reid.
Yeah, Honcho.
Okay, I don't even want to know this number, but I do want to know this number.
Uh-oh.
How many pairs of shoes do both of y'all have?
Oh, Jenna.
Too much.
I know that was the hardest part about y'all moving, probably between the clothes and the shoes. I know it was the shoes the most.
Yeah, because shoes are the boxes, they get in the way. They're too heavy. You can only carry like 4 or 5 at a time. So
actually, at our last place, the shelf in the closet collapsed.
Oh, Lord.
Completely fell off the wall.
Completely fell off the wall. So if that's, we still, I had shoes stacked on the ground. She had shoes stacked on the ground, but that was just on the shelf. The shelf collapsed. So if that doesn't give you guys insight. Also, I made a post saying I ran out of closet space. I'm selling my wife's sneakers. So, we got a lot of stuff.
I think her feet are smaller and they don't consume so much space, so I think you should sell your shoes.
Oh, look, they're going to do it like, no.
Yep.
Well, see, that's why I got it at the crib. Now we got the space. I ain't got to pay on nothing. Free space now.
True. Okay, so anything that you guys want to let the listeners know before we wrap this up? Where they can find you, social media, any projects as far as photography or anything?
So I should be releasing more content here soon. We're actually, because we have such a huge home, huge, beautiful home, we're going to be building a photo studio in here. So we won't have to be renting out studios. We're very frugal, if no one has noticed. We love our money. So we like to do things that we can pay somebody for, but we'd rather do them. So we're going to build a photo studio here, and you guys can follow me at the Kris Reid. That's TheKrisReid. And I'm pretty easy to reach. If you want to shoot, just hit me up and say cheese. That's pretty much all you got to do.
Well, hopefully I will be posting more content soon as well, and you can follow me at easy.lee, STEEZY.LI. Also, we have a collaborative photography page.
That doesn't get any love. I'm sorry, you guys. It's my fault.
And that page is K.K
got visuals.
Yeah, that.
Look, if we got it wrong, it's in my bio. So if you guys want to
I
check
think
it
it
out.
is k.k.visuals.
Visuals, yeah. So as you can see, like we don't be having time. I know I don't have a lot of time to be on social media, so that's why that contributes also to the content. But I am trying to post more just because I do like taking pictures and I like the reactions I get. So hopefully you guys will see a lot more of us. This won't be the end.
You guys should definitely plan your posts. Find the app where you can just post every Wednesday via the app. Wink, wink.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Keep it automated. Keep your fans intact. And
right.
also, let's talk about frugal. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all this story. So we went to the museum, and I paid for the museum, and they didn't remind me, oh, military discount. You don't have to, you just got to show your ID. Why am I just getting a refund for the ID? I called them as soon as I got back here, and I was just like, oh my God, like really? I can't believe y'all. I'm still holding that grudge.
Yeah, we apologize. We're gonna let you know in advance what to look out for, what cards to bring, what to leave at home. But we do our research, and yeah, we love our money. Gotta keep it
all
moving.
right. So
I'm Kris Reid.
And I am the Mrs. Kalia Reid.
And you're listening to Peace of Mind with the Soul Koach.
Be sure to cut that notification bell on so that you will get notified every time, whether you're listening on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, or any place. Just go ahead and make sure notifications are on so you can be told when I am dropping a new episode. And definitely like our podcast and let us know what is going on with you, what you want us to talk about, and we'll keep you informed via push notifications on your app. Definitely check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and email us if you need to at your peaceofmind2016@gmail.com. All can be found in the show notes of all of our shows, our podcast, and we'll be able to hit you up and we can chat, peacemakers.